Everyone knows the music, but not everyone knows the man behind it.
Black Sheep is not something I speak on anyhow, but I just want you to know.
The hustle, the mistakes, the wins. Most importantly, the journey that shaped him.
The journey, if it was to be a book, I'll call it Exhibition of Strength.
Okay.
Then the only people that replicated the thing that we are even trying to do now, Bonde de Cafino.
Okay.
Exactly.
This is not just an interview. This is a revelation. This is Voice of the East and Voice of the East Reader. And today, we are going to be talking to somebody that took a different dimension with regards to the Southeast music. This is somebody that a lot of people believe brought some kind of a fresh, unique, different vibe, different air into the music industry, especially in the Southeast. So, in the studio we made today, I have Tuff King. K-way, my bro. K-faname. Inako.
Why?
Now, as I'm can draw again. KB2.
I'm in Enugu State.
Okay.
I'm in Enugu State.
K-side Enugu.
Akbanike.
Diko yeto na ababa. Ino na ababa mewe yegu. K-ko adige.
My brother, Odirizo.
Okay.
Then the only people Meuru and here, that replicated the thing that we are even trying to do now. Bonde de Cafino.
Okay.
Exactly. You feel me? So it's a big league from where we are coming from.
Okay.
But still, why? We believe that if it's achievable, and then we have what it takes. So.
Okay. So ito na Enugu, ito na Ababa. Mana KBC.
Original.
Yes.
Habu Anambra.
K-side on a number.
Orumba North.
Orumba North. Okay. When we decided about music professionally, when that decision come to you, when did you decide, okay, I was going to take this whole thing, I know, based on you, now I'm go to this thing, make idea serious with this craft, and do this thing, what. When did you make that decision?
When you say professionally, I wouldn't say professionally because music is not it's not a corporate job.
Okay.
Where you get to a point where you are an expert.
Yeah.
I would say when I became intentional.
Okay.
When I became intentional about the music I made. It's a process. It became as a process. When a boy realized that there is more to life than just this.
Okay.
That was the birth of the Black Sheep.
Okay.
And during the process of, I would call it synchronization. Is it what it's called?
Synchronization.
Yes. Of Tuff King and the Black Sheep. This was when I knew that this music is serious.
Okay.
And I have to be intentional about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when I deliver something, I want you to know that this is something I would listen to too.
Okay. But how long? Well, okay, let me just say, when was the first time you went into the studio to record?
I've been fortunate to have an experience of recording when I was quite younger by my elder brother. He brings his producer around.
Okay.
So yeah, I can't be exact with the date, but I know I was very young because it was different now. It's different. So.
Okay. Now, as an Igbo guy, to Enugu, to Ababa, Emma, a lot of our parents, for kwenyero, as a den, na egube career path. So, in way, that kind of parents that believed that you doing this thing as a career is something that will sustain you. So, and then one way the parents that will tell you, na go school, kije buru doctor mo, kije buru lawyer mo, kije buru engineer. So when you decided to be intentional, just like you said with your craft, and you decided to take it to another level, did you get that support from your parents when you decided to be intentional with your craft, with the music you do?
At first, it wasn't so smooth to talk about it because as visible as it is to the eyes, we see what comes with this music.
Okay.
Our parents see it, they understand.
Yeah.
And as a rational parent, my parents, they laid out their concerns and things that they think will be a hindrance.
Okay.
If you chase this music, oh, I won't do any other thing, just music. My parents gave us an option.
Okay.
As long as your life keeps going, you don't stop it because of this. Keep doing your thing.
With regards to the kind of content you put out, the kind of thing you sing, we understand that this is not the regular kind of thing. So there's a lot of, musicality with regards to your sing, with regards to your rhyming and all of those things. So I want to know, did you listen to anybody while growing up? And if you did listen to somebody, did that person to some extent shape the kind of content you put? Was there anybody that, I like him going as Agwego? This person is the reason why I am deciding to find my own niche with regards to my craft and with regards to the kind of music I do. So was there any person that you listened to back when you were growing up with regards to music?
For someone that started music at a very young age, there are people I was quite impressed with their work.
Okay.
You feel me? I did not vibe to music, maybe the regular way people vibe to music, like it's just a dance.
Yeah.
I feel the vibe behind this. So when I listen to some people, I'm like, this person really sat down and thought about the vibe that will come with this. So I'm impressed with that.
Okay.
And some are Nipsey Hussle the Great. You get me? His is not just a vibe. You get me? Let me not box him in like a vibe. He embodies the ideology behind music. And growing up from Ababa, seeing what I think music should be like, I do not really have people that we second to what I think. Like say, oh, that's actually good. No, it wasn't really as easy at the first. People think you are going local. they will think I'm going local.
True.
So when you only see the vision, it takes a lot of confidence to execute.
Yeah.
So when I see Nipsey Hussle the Great execute, it became my big brother. We don't need to be from the same background, but you understand the act of execution.
Okay. So talking about execution, let us come to Nkemakonam right now. Now this is more like the song that broke you out, the song that happens to be on everybody's lips. If you go to the streets, that's like kogedem, you feel the rest of it. So how did you come about this concept? How did you put everything in place to produce this kind of sound?
When you would have asked me in 2025, when I was doing my thing, no matter how the situation was, and you said, oh, Tuff King, sing me something. I would sing So this is what I say, I express. You get me? This is actually what I would sing to you.
Yeah.
Because that is what I feel like. If you have this information, if you have that song in your momentum, what is it that you cannot do? Like somebody is saying something there now, but what you are doing now will lead you to the next phase of your life.
Yeah.
Would you go and pay attention there?
Definitely.
As long as what we are doing now is working, we are good. So that's my ideology.
Okay. So why do you think that this particular sound connected so much with the street?
I think we'll go into the streets and ask them. We'll have to do that.
Okay. So with your debut album Black Sheepizen, the 13th Disciple, please I want to ask, this black sheep, how did it come about? This black sheep, are you feeling good? Tell me, are you feeling good? Because the one that we know in elementary school is blah blah. Now you can't do black sheep. Are you feeling good? Then the 13th disciple, like, let us know. We want to know.
At this point, this is where the bridge is. This is the thin line between men and gods.
Okay.
This is the thin line between divinity. And black sheep is not something I speak on anyhow.
Okay.
But I just want you to know, it's a movement. Okay. It's a movement. You will soon catch on. Yeah.
From Nkemakonam going to the studio to bring out the Black Sheepizen album, 13th Disciple, then bringing out this album, the vibe is unmatched. The album is everywhere. People are singing word for word. We went to your listening party, we saw how it was. So the journey that brought you to this place, how has it been for you? And what is the feeling like?
The journey, I will call it, if it was to be a book, I'll call it Exhibition of Strength.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because you never know how strong you are until you are until you are tested under pressure. You feel me? And I have not folded.
Tuff King, how do you categorize your pattern of music? The other day, I was saying, say this one is not Afrobeat, this one is Afro Wahala. So how do you categorize your music? Where do you see, when you talk about category, where can you place your kind of music?
Do you know what a black sheep is?
You have not, when you say that somebody is the black sheep of the family, probably, yeah.
So in layman term, explain it.
As you explain it?
In layman term.
In layman term. Like black sheep is, the person that does something different from the rest of the family.
Good.
Okay.
The act of doing something different. Does it put you in any category?
Somehow.
Which category?
Like Nkem DJ.
If you had a category, you would have been somewhere.
Where other people are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't box it. I don't put it in a box. You may think I even have the right to. I don't.
Okay.
It's something bigger than myself, the black sheep.
Yeah.
Tuff King is a king on his own. But when it comes to the black sheep, we don't tamper. So it's not categorized.
So
let's just call it African music. Yeah.
So African music.
Yeah.
And it's not in any category. It's just different.
For now.
For now. But are there plans to categorize it?
If I have the right to categorize the what I do, I would. But no, it's so fluid, and that is why it keeps going.
So what gives you the impression? What gives you that inspiration to do this kind of sound? something that cannot be categorized? Where do you get the inspiration from? Then the kind of lyrics you put out, Nkemakonam, 13th disciple, like how do you come about it? Where does the inspiration come from?
My father always tell me when I was young.
Yeah.
He'll say, inspiration comes from above. he throws it off like casually every time.
Yeah.
Until I needed that inspiration. And I realized he wasn't joking.
Okay.
Maybe he has tried to get inspired.
But
and he realized it is not from here, it's from above. So I will repeat the same words my father said.
Yeah.
My inspiration comes from above.
Okay. So before coming down to the East to do your listening party, you did it in Lagos. Okay. I remember that after your listening party, you came on socials the next day to talk about the feeling, how excited everybody was, and you mentioned names and you said that they saw something totally different from the regular. Now, is there any reason, or was there any reason why you decided, nah, can we go to this listening party in Lagos first before doing it in the East?
I wouldn't say there's any reason in particular.
Okay.
You feel me? Me and my team, we have one job alone. Do what's best.
Yeah.
And you see what we did in Lagos. And you see how we came back. So we have always been picking the best time and the best atmosphere for all our shows.
2 weeks ago, last week, Ebonyi, Enugu, and it was crazy. I was there. You know, when you came to the stage, the energy was unmatched. People were in their element. I'm sure that you saw that pressing. So when you got up to the stage, people stood up and they were standing till you left, singing your songs to you. You get Onweden Kimbeche is singing all this one. That feeling, how is it for you?
Mission accomplish. I wouldn't say accomplish.
Okay.
No. Accomplish.
I'm giving you the opportunity to rephrase.
Progress. It's progress.
Yeah.
You feel me? I see people arguing lyrics.
Yeah.
But when the crowd chants the lyrics, do you see the difference?
Yeah.
No. You will sing what you feel.
Yeah.
And what everybody feels is the same. So, progress, man.
Okay, going to the West and coming back to the East, was there any difference with the audience? Like you have tested the West, then you're coming back to your place to the East to, do the same thing. Did you notice any difference in the audience?
The only difference I would notice is the way they vibe to their music.
Okay.
But the way they approach the king, everything is the same. Down here in the East, you know how I behave. So you should expect the same from my people. So when we do it here, I'm ready for crazy. I'm always ready.
Now let's get into one of your tracks on the album. You said Matampo that you made mention of in the treacherous cadet. What's be your relationship with Matampo? Is it a girl? Is it a guy? Like
Matampo? That's a whole different story.
No, let's hear.
I can't go into detail. I can't.
You are owing us this detail. Just spill a bit. Like not so much. Let's say just 10%. Just spill a bit.
I can't go into details.
Okay, this is what I want you to do for me. Yeah, if we put out this video and people want you to give us the detail of this thing, will you drop the detail? If people actually request for the detail, will you do that for your fans, for the people?
If need be.
If need be. So if we drop this video and people under the comment section they're saying we want to know this detail, will you spell it?
If need be.
Okay, let's move on. Now, like I said, we were there at your listening party. So a particular track wanted to play, you told the DJ to hold on, and you made mention of your friend that had an accident and you went to the hospital to see him, and he told you to make sure that you add up his name and the course of the listening party and all of those things. First of all, how's the guy? How is he doing?
He was doing great when I left him.
Okay.
But later that day, I got the news that he didn't make it.
Oh, so sorry.
It's okay.
So sorry about that. May you so rest in peace. May you so rest in peace. Some people are of the opinion that as an Eastern artist, that no matter what you do in the East, that you need to leave the East for you to get some certain kind of recognition. Do you think the statement holds any water? Do you think as an Eastern artist you necessarily need to leave the East for you to get the kind of recognition you're looking for?
If you have to live anywhere to get recognized in a certain place, then you're doing nothing but talking to people there.
Okay.
And mingling with people there. If you truly have something you are doing that impacts life, every life should be impacted. Every life wants to be impacted. So it doesn't matter where you are or where you're from. You will get there.
Okay.
Davido is from this thing. He's in his hometown doing his thing. People can stay in the East and still make the same thing they are making.
Okay.
It's just have something to give to the people.
Okay. I was talking to an artist, and he said that you need to blow up twice for you to get to the mainstream as an Eastern artist. You need to blow up in the East, then blow up in the West for you to get to the mainstream. Do you think this is applicable to you?
I don't work times 3.
Okay.
I think I work times 5.
Okay.
You feel me? And I'm not working times 5 to be recognized, whether in East or West.
Okay.
I'm working times 5. So when you come to me, I will give you what I have. I don't beg you for anything.
Yeah.
So if anybody is working times 3 and wants to be known in Lagos, maybe you shouldn't even be known. We are Igbo boys. We go harder.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you recently appeared to feature in the Apple Music Rap Life cover. What do you think about this new wave and, in the rap music setting, especially now that you're here? Somebody's scrolling and just like that, Tuff King is appearing on a serious music platform. So,
it's evidence.
Agua.
Evidence now.
I'm gonna go quiet.
Evidence. Boundary no there. Get me?
Okay.
Boundary no there.
Yeah. So your album is up. It is running. It's not just blasted in speakers now. It's more like on everybody's lips and a lot of people's lips. So now that you've gotten to this point, what is the next project for you?
As the Spirit leads, if Jesus tarries, I think you might see more of the Black Sheepizen album.
Okay.
Yeah, because it is a movement.
Yeah.
And in a movement, you don't move halfway and stop. There is a time we'll take a break. You feel me? Because everything has time and season.
Yeah.
But for now, till I say so, expect something.
What kind of vision do you have for yourself as an artist in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you think you're gonna be?
I don't know where I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
But I know I'm gonna be in a deserving position.
So you Fino came on one of your your tracks in the album, you featured Fino, and that's a very good one. Is there any other collaboration you're thinking about, or some other artist you would like to jump on any of your projects? Or what is, your collaboration lineup like?
I'll keep that one spicy.
You're owing us two gists now.
Two.
And we are not letting it go.
Go on, me accounting.
We're not letting it go. So you're owing us two gists. Okay, your collaborations, is a net, but you're deciding to leave the rest spicy. Okay. So but then again, I just want you to give me this answer. I know you want to keep it spicy. But if I ask you 3 artists you would love to work with, whether the progress is happening already, but just 3 artists you would really want to have something to do with.
Dead or alive?
Dead, alive.
Okay.
Let's just open it up so that because of you leaving it spicy, you can still leave some spice. Okay.
Number 1, Nipsey Hussle the Great.
Okay.
Number 2, Oluwabona. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave that too.
Yeah, but you have the charisma, you have whatever it takes to get up to the global stage, to let people know that you came from the East, and you're not just coming from the East with a regular kind of sound. You're coming to the East to take over with something different. What are you doing to get to that global stage from your own end?
I'm doing what I'm not doing yesterday.
Okay.
Feel me? Whatever I'm not doing yesterday, I'm doing it today. I know this is what we're going to get us there. Yes.
Do you freestyle?
I do, but not now.
So before we leave, I need you to just look for a lyrics, a verse, anywhere in your album, in any of the tracks on that album or before that album, and just sing it to us before you leave. Probably your favorite verse, your favorite line in any of your music, your jams or songs, just your favorite line, and just sing it to us. Sing it to us. If you ask me, I say friends again.
I was about to say something. Okay,
sorry.
Let me.
Okay.
John Gabonigi Megan Isio Yange Pempe. Chomam ne chenche. We declare that all man must get sense. Cause my aura is expected. Iob na buan mobi. Iob na kakwan mobi. One unlimited abada. Enyolu agwal moji.
And that's it. Tuff King right here in our studio, Voice of the East and Voice of the East reader. My name is Big Ajibo, and it is a wonderful time having this conversation with Tuff King. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this. He's owing us 2 gists. 1, the Wampo, and 2, the spice about the collaborations that's going to be having. So definitely you will spew when the time is right. So thank you for joining us, and we bring you more exciting gists, exciting news right here from Voice of the East and Voice of the East reader. Thank you so much, Tuff King, for coming.
Bless,
I appreciate
brother.
you.
Bless.
Thank you so much.